everyone, and welcome to a new vlog. If you're new to the channel, I'm Sarah, and the other half of Adults in Disney is Jeff. And today we are on the Disney Dream. So this is one of the cruise ships that is available through Disney. This is actually our first time staying on this cruise ship. So in this cruise ship review, we'll show you our room, the dining, and a whole bunch of the other amenities. So it's basically a resort review, but for the cruise ship. So can't wait to share it with you guys, and it's time for another adventure. We just made it to our stateroom, so we'll give you a room tour. We have a veranda room, so that's gonna be the deck area outside. We're on the 10th floor. So when you first walk in, you're going to have the bathroom, which is gonna be split into two areas. So one door kind of has the toilet and a sink area, and then separate from that is going to be the shower area. So it's a little tight in here, so we'll show you guys that first and then go and show you the bedroom space with the deck. Main bedroom area. So we're gonna have the one big bed to the side. We don't have it out right now, but the couch does fold out into a bed, and the top can drop down as a bed. It's kind of like a bunk bed setup if you have kids with you. There's also a TV, and underneath the TV is going to be a mini fridge, so if you want to store any cold beverages while you're here. And so I'll show you guys that, and then we'll end out on the deck veranda. So then out here is going to be the deck. We have two seats out here, and it's beautiful. A couple just other details about the bedroom. There is a bunch of storage underneath the bed, so if you have larger suitcases, you can put those under the bed. There's also some space to hang items when you first walked into the room, and there's lots of outlets kind of throughout as well for just like phones and chargers and that kind of stuff. So the room is really well set up. Disney has a ton of activities that you can do on the ship. A lot of them are free, so we did like make your own ornament or orb type of thing with Inside Out. They have storytelling right now with Mrs. Claus because it's a holiday one. They have tons of character meets. They have the game on the ship. They have other little events like bingo and sing-alongs and trivia nights. So there is just a ton of stuff to do on the ship. There's also extra cost items. So for example, we've done the champagne tasting, and we did the tequila margarita thing. So those were extra with alcoholic classes, but there are just so many things to do on the ship, and we will share some of those with you now. One really nice thing about the cruise is that there are a ton of characters. So in the app, it will say when some of the character meet and greets are. It doesn't list right now specifically who is when, but there's been a ton of characters to meet in the atrium. We've also found some like around the deck, and then of course on Castaway Cay, but there are plenty of character interactions if you're looking for that on the Disney cruise.
So this is one of the two theaters here on board the Dream. This is the Buena Vista Theater, and they are showing movies here. The other theater is the Walt Disney Theater, which shows live action and movies depending on what time or what day you are. Tonight, I think we're going to check out Eternals, which is showing at about 9:30 in the Walt Disney Theater, so we'll show you that theater next. Up here on the top deck is a sports area, so behind me is a court. I'll walk down here and show you some, I think, mini golf or something around the corner, but we'll explore up here. And it's kind of up here behind the giant Mickey stack, and it looks like a fun area. We're gonna check that out next.
One of the things on the ship that I really love that they have is a really small mini golf course. It hasn't been busy anytime we've gone by, but you're able to come up and play for free anytime from 9 to 7. So one of the activities you can do here on board is this Midship Detective Agency. No idea what it is, but we're about to touch to begin, so we'll see what it does.
Welcome to the Midship Detective Agency. Which case would you like to solve? Please choose one now.
Let's do the missing puppies.
Welcome, detectives. Boy, are we glad you're here. This is gonna be a tough case to solve.
we had a really fun time with this game on the ship. It's a really nice thing to do if you're just looking to kind of explore the ship. So it took us on a bunch of different decks. The map was really easy, so it was very easy to follow, and it was very interactive. So the fact that you could use the card not just to like start the videos, but like turned it to open locks and that kind of stuff. So I would definitely recommend it. We had a really good time with it, and there's 2 different versions. So we saved the puppies. There's another one we could do in a future cruise.
There are so many swimming pools on this ship. So there's a small one behind me. Right below there's the adults only pool. It has a swim up bar. In the main area, there's 2 children's pools, one of which is the shape of a Mickey head. If you're a teen, they have their own pool in the front, and then on the top of the ship, there's another pool. So in short, there's a lot of pools here. None of them are huge, but there are a lot of options for you. You can kind of find the one that fits what you're looking for, whether it be busy, quiet, adults only, children, whatever the case may be, but there is a lot of opportunity to swim and get into a pool here.
We are now gonna head into the aqueduct. So this is gonna be like a water type of coaster. You can have 1 or 2 people, and we are really looking forward to checking this one out. We've heard it's a lot of fun. With the aqueduct, you're not allowed to have any items on you, so you'll need to either store them or leave them in your room before going on. So they do have a few areas that are reserved for adults only. So here's going to be one of the areas that they have with the pool. So here's the Quiet Cove pool area. It's still morning, so it's not fully open, but here's just an overview of what it's like. The ship does have quite a bit of seating. While we've been here, it's been very quiet, but the seats are first come, first serve. So on the Disney Dream, there's going to be 3 rotational dining options. So for example, we have a 3-night cruise, so you have 1 assigned to you each night of the cruise. The 3 dining options are going to be the Enchanted Gardens, the Royal Palace, and the Animator's Palette. So we'll share all 3 of those with you guys now. First up is the Royal Palace. This one was really fun because when we came to the restaurant, we had princesses out front greeting us and welcoming us in. As for the restaurant's kind of theming and decor, you're gonna have princess touches throughout the restaurant. For example, the light fixture in the middle has some crowns in it. There's also photos of the princesses around the restaurant. But our favorite part was that there was live music from a pianist throughout our meal. Next will be Animator's Palette. So this is a really fun themed restaurant. It has a bunch of like animation touches throughout the restaurant. There's Disney characters that like kind of come to life throughout your meal. So we had different Finding Nemo characters that would interact with guests. And again, throughout the restaurant, you're just gonna have these fun kind of like paintbrush and animation touches. And the Disney characters go back to kind of their sketch form at the end of the meal. And then lastly, we have Enchanted Garden. This one's gonna have, again, more of kind of a garden feel to it. So it's more of, I guess, like a relaxed theming compared to the other ones. But this one we really loved because at the end of our meal, we had the Disney characters come around. So we had like Mickey and friends kind of come to our tables. In addition to the rotational dining, we're gonna have Cabanas. So Cabanas is going to be have both indoor and outdoor seating. You can kind of come whenever you want for food. And it's gonna be served as more of a buffet style. So you go up, tell the cast members what you want, and they'll put it on a plate for you and you're good to go. So Flo's V8 Cafe is located on deck 11, and so this is going to be another place that you can come to if you want food throughout the day. It's included with the cruise. They have everything from sandwiches to pizza, so it's a really big variety and also really cute, just like little theming over here to the side. Also included with the cruise, there's this ice cream spot, so as much as you want, you can come over and get this soft serve ice cream throughout your cruise. There's also all you want, like soft drinks and coffee and tea, so in the morning or throughout the day, if you want anything, you can just come over and the cast members will grab it for you. The Disney Dream also has 2 adult-only dining areas. First up, we'll talk about Remy. So Remy is going to be a formal dining experience. We went for dinner, which was a prefix meal. It is going to be an additional cost. So the dinner was $125 per person additional. The theming of the restaurant is going to be after like Ratatouille. So we ate in the Gusteau room, which has a ton of details from the movie. Even the carpet matched the carpet from the movie. So it was amazing. The food and service were outstanding at this meal, so it is a lot of food. All of it was presented beautifully, and it was all very delicious. So a very, very great experience if you're looking for more of a formal kind of special meal on the Disney Dream. Overall, we would really recommend it. In addition to Remy, you also have Palo, so this is the second adult-only dining location. This one is going to cost $45 per person for brunch, so we went for the brunch meal. The food is going to consist of a combination of more lunch type styles, so we had everything from like pizzas to like a charcuterie plate. In addition to that, you're going to have breakfast items, so there's everything from like Mickey waffles. The food here was also phenomenal, so everything was really good. You're welcome to order as many entrees as you want, so it has kind of a menu that you can select items from. But here's just kind of an overview of the theming in Palo. Again, it was really nice and it was a great experience. We loved the brunch. We just stopped in Vanellope's, so this is going to be a candy and treat shop here on the ship. It's located right next to Cabanas, but the theming in here is amazing. And they have ice cream, gelato, a whole bunch of candy. But an important thing to know is that these items are an additional cost, so they are not included with your food for the cruise. We just popped into Cove Bar, so this is going to be located on the top part of the ship. It is a coffee bar in the morning, so they have a whole bunch of specialty coffees. I just ordered one, and I think it's hot, so it'll come with a character on top. And then at night, this is going to turn into a full-service like alcohol bar as well. So it's a really fun location. One thing to be aware of though for the coffees here, they're really fun specialty coffees, but they are an additional cost. So I just got my coffee. I let her pick whatever character for on top. So the little Donald is so cute. I got a salted caramel mocha with coconut. So it's the specialty drink here, or I guess one of the guest favorites. So I just went with their recommendation. I'll give it a try. Let's see. Oh, that is so good. It reminds me of Alani. So it takes me back to like the coffees we had there. But definitely would recommend the salted caramel coconut one if you come here.
The service on this Disney Cruise Line has been the most amazing thing. I cannot believe how good all the cast members are. So for dining, you have a main server and an assistant server who follow you around for all of the different rotational dinings. The cast we had at Palo was unbelievable at service. I assume tonight at Remy's will be just as awesome. You have a room attendant who comes into your room twice a day to keep it clean and put together. They're fantastic. They all know your names. They greet you by name. They know what drinks you like for dinner. They know all your little different preferences. And this part alone blew me away. I just can't even believe how good the cast is here on a Disney Cruise Line adventure.
The Disney Dream also has a full spa, everything from pedicures, manicures, there's a gym where you can come work out. All of this stuff is available to guests. The things like massages and pedicures are going to be an additional cost, and some of those items can be booked ahead of time. Other things you can always come in and check out and see if it's available when you get on the cruise. Probably our favorite part is this rainforest room. It has some little like misting areas, and there's also some like hot tubs you can look out over the ocean, but to get into this area is an additional cost as well. If you have little ones with you, there's also an area called the Oceaneer Club that's meant just for kids from ages 3 to 12. We went for the open house, so we were able to kind of check it out without any kids in there. But there's some really fun rooms in here. There's like a Star Wars themed area, which was really neat, where you could kind of fly the Millennium Falcon. There's the like Toy Story area. There's a bunch of different little rooms that kids can come and kind of explore and have fun with. So again, this is going to be for kids only. But again, it's a really, really fun detail that Disney has on board for kids. We just came to the open house here at Vibe. So Vibe is going to be an area just for 14 to 17-year-olds. So just like we showed the kids area before for little ones, this one's more for the teens. So it's really nice that they have their own space. During the open house is the only time adults are allowed in here. So we're gonna go check it out. It's pretty fun in here. There's a lot to do. It's a lot more than I thought there'd be. And we just made it to the outdoor space. So again, this is really nice for teens. It's located in the very front or forward of the ship. So it's really nice. The outdoor space, plenty of seating, and perfect place to relax for teenagers.
So if you're looking to drink here on the Dream, there are a lot of bars available. A lot of them are located in the district, which is that adult area. There's quite a few over there to cater to different things like champagne, your traditional bar. They have a Skyline bar, which has rotating kind of backdrops, which is cool. There's a bar right behind me right here off the atrium when you first come in. There's a bar upstairs by Remy's and Palo's called, I think, Meridian, which is a really nice, cool themed bar. And really, there are just a ton of bars outside as well, just up on the pool deck. So if you are looking for a bar, you are going to find a bar, and you're going to find a bar that fits the type that you're looking for here on the Dream.
There are a bunch of bars on the Disney Dream, as Jeff said. The alcoholic drinks are going to be an additional cost, but most of the bars are going to be found, again, in this district area. Pink was probably one of the ones that we went to the most, so it's a pretty small bar area. It focuses on champagne-style drinks, but we absolutely loved the drinks that we got in here. The bartenders were absolutely amazing, so they were great at kind of customizing drinks, and they do also have happy hour, which was a great way to get kind of a deal on the drinks. There's a 687, which is more of a pub style bar. This one's pretty small, so a lot of times it'd be full at capacity, so that was one of the only cases we had capacity issues with. And then there was live music a lot of times in the district area, so that was nice to kind of be able to walk through and hear that going on. The bar we probably spent the most time in was Skyline Lounge. This one was cool because it has that scenery that changes to different cities. The reason we spent the most time in it is we attended some of the tasting classes. So these tasting classes are an additional cost, and you can book them ahead of time. So before your Disney cruise. We enjoyed the champagne tasting one, so there was a bunch of different types of champagne that you got to try. The cast member also explained a bunch about like the history of champagne and some of the differences in tasting the different champagnes. So that was really fun experience to kind of have on the trip. And again, if you're looking to do one of these tastings, I definitely recommend booking it ahead of time. But overall, we enjoyed all the bars and drinking experiences on the ship. One thing you want to be sure to have downloaded on your phone or everyone in your party's phone before you get on the ship is the Disney Cruise app. That's going to be where all of the information is about the cruise. It's going to have all the different activities that happen throughout the day. It's going to have your dining reservations that you made, your different dining rotations. Basically, everything that you need is in there. You also are able to chat with the other guests on the ship, so for free you can keep in touch with everyone, so that's also very helpful. So overall, I really enjoyed the whole using the Disney Cruise app, and I thought it was really helpful. There are also a bunch of shops here on the ship, so some have Disney merchandise, there's other ones that have like jewelry and other fancy things as well. One thing to be aware of is that when you're docked at port, the shops are closed, so we just learned that one here on the ship, but again, definitely go in. They have some cruise specific merchandise, which is really cute, so we'll share some of those items with you now. I am in love with some of these plushies and hats, especially this cruise plushie is so cute. And they also have a Duffy and a little captain's outfit, so that's so cute. And then down here they also have a bunch of like Disney characters too. So there's Goofy, Pluto, and then down here at the bottom's Chip and Dale.
In order to get on the ship, when you get here, you park, you go through security, and you're in the terminal. Once you are in the terminal, you have to wait until they call your group number. Once they do that, you just walk onto the ship, they announce you, you're in the atrium, and you are officially on board your Disney cruise. For disembarkment at the end of your cruise, what happens is if you had the early dinner, you have an early lunch or early breakfast that morning. I think it was around 7 o'clock. If you had the later dinner, your breakfast starts at 8:15. Afterwards, what happens is the crew is here to say goodbye, and you just disembark back into the same terminal you came in, and your cruise is over. It's pretty easy, seamless, and there's no real challenges.
I wanted to share a little bit about our thoughts about the ship and just our overall experience. So we had an amazing time on the Disney Dream. The ship is beautiful. There's tons of Disney details. The food was amazing. So all of the food at the rotational dining was great. Our sit-down meals at the adult-only restaurants were amazing as well. So food was a phenomenal experience. A big part of that was that the cast members, both in the food and around the ship, are spectacular. So some of the best cast members that we've had, they just remembered everything we liked, they knew our names, they asked how everything was, so that was really nice. There's tons of activities to do, so there was lots to do on the ship, plenty of things to do to relax as well, so that was amazing. And then lastly, our room, so we had a veranda stateroom. That was perfect, so the bed was comfortable. We really enjoyed having the veranda where we could just go out, sit, kind of enjoy the views from there as well, but it was an amazing time. We would highly recommend it. We had an awesome time on the Disney cruise, and we'll definitely be doing another one in the future. And the dream ship was beautiful as well. So thank you all so much for following along with us. We can't wait to take you on our next adventure.